session. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody has had fun today of some sort, or you're still having fun. I hope that Valentine's Day has been special for you. Thank you very much. I'm fine. Thanks for those who are asking. It's Waka Waka Doctor here, always bringing you the best gist when it comes to travel and migration. Today is not going to be any different because we're talking about moving to the United States without a job offer. We're going to be talking about how to get that visa, how to get that green card. It's also an opportunity for me to learn. So make sure you have your paper, make sure you have your pen so that you can write down and you have the opportunity to ask questions as well. As always, I have invited a specialist, an attorney, a licensed immigration lawyer to come share his experience and educate us as to how we can get these visas if we're interested. Okay, I hope everyone can hear us. Okay, I hope my volume is loud and clear and everybody can hear me. I hope everybody can hear me. Everyone is watching from Nigeria, Qatar, watching from different places. Thank you very much for joining in. So right away, I'm going to bring up my guest and we just get the group going. It's a Valentine's Day special. It's love from Waka Waka Doctor to you guys, and you would have the opportunity to ask all the questions you like. Okay, let me bring up my guest straight away. You're watching from Pakistan, United Kingdom, Nigeria, Ghana. I can see all of you. Let me bring up my guest straight away. Finland. Wow, Melissa, Finland. Thank you very much. Rastam from Ghana. I see you. Hello.
There you go, Waka Waka Doctor. You already,
How,
I
how
just
are you,
joined,
man?
but you already going ham with all your people. I'm
How are you? How are you? How are you?
doing great. Look, if you look behind myself, blue skies in Miami. So that's what we're bringing. You know, the change of life, a ticket to the new life, to these blue skies here in America,
Yeah,
and
you
of
know,
course.
funny thing. I was supposed to be in Miami, in 2020, and then the lockdown happened, and and, and since then I've not been able to go back to Miami.
Oh man, this I mean,
But I'm gonna come.
if
I'm gonna come.
yes,
I'm gonna come. Maybe
definitely,
next year.
you have to come and check it out because you know Miami is the. I've been to more than 35 countries in the world, and I have the clients from more than 50 countries in the world. So I've been to many places, and I know that Miami has this special vibe. You know,
Yeah,
not necessarily you're gonna love it, but if you do, you're gonna stick to it. You
yeah.
know, so that's what's going
I've
on.
seen a lot of my sister did a PhD in Miami. She's now a professor in the United States here in
Nice.
one of the universities. So I get the vibes from her, you know. But it's good to see you. Let's get to the topic of today, isn't it? Do
Sure.
you want to do a quick, let me just turn off the comment section so that people can pay attention to what we are talking about. Do you want to introduce yourself just so that everybody knows who you are, and what you do and where you are and stuff like that?
Oh yes, absolutely. Also, if you could, Waka Waka Doctor, if you could pin the topic of today's conversation in the chat,
Okay.
so somebody, you know, maybe someone missed your announcement and they're like what's going on? Who is this guy? Yeah, while you're doing this, guys, my name is Stanislav Shamayev. I am a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. We are here, located here. Our corporation, Shamayev Business Law, is a big company. We have over 100 employees with 10 departments in the company, and we specialize in business, investment, and talent visas. Okay, so that's our specialty. We've been doing this for over 10 years in American jurisprudence. And also we have more than 2,500 approvals for our clients, guys. So that's what's going on. And definitely that's the topic we're going to be discussing today. How to bring you guys here in the US get you the green cards, and get you going with your kids, with your education, with whatever you want to do to make this country better.
You know, the funny thing is when I tell people that these things exist, they don't believe me. Yeah, they don't believe me, and it's good to hear. It's good to hear from you, from someone who is experienced in this and a lawyer, and deals with immigration, to be able to tell us the ins and outs, how to go about it, for those who are interested. Okay, so thank you very, very much for coming.
My
Let's
pleasure.
talk about the this visa, this green card allows you move to the United States without a job offer. What is that all about? What is this visa type, and can you give us more information?
Oh yes, absolutely. So before I begin with this, so let me tell you, because today is a Valentine's Day, all right? And you already, Waka Waka, you said, hey guys, like this Valentine's Day, we have a special thing going. So before I begin, guys, those of you who is gonna hear something that you like about moving to the States to get a green card without a job offer, you have a unique opportunity today, exclusive offer to you. You could direct me DM and say, hey, Stanislav, just put one word, visa, okay? Visa, V-I-S-A, and I will give you a free evaluation of your case. So basically, I will let you know within 2 days after you fill out the questionnaire whether you're a good candidate, which visa is good for you, and how we can help you. Okay, so don't miss this opportunity. Send Valentine's Day
I'll say that
long
again
only.
for those who are not listening. Just let me repeat. Stanislav of Shamayev Business is giving us an opportunity. What you need to do is send a DM to Shamayev Business Law, and just the DM should just say visa. Don't comment. People are already commenting.
Yeah,
Don't comment.
yeah,
Just
no, no
go
comment.
to the handle. Go to the handle. Shamayev Business Law. I've pinned the handle at the bottom of the screen. Shamayev Business Law. Just type visa in the DM, and within 2 days, it will respond to you after you fill the questionnaire to know whether you are able to proceed or not. Thank you very much for that offer. It's free, okay? It's free
Yes,
for anyone
absolutely.
who wants that. Thank you. So talk to us about this visa type.
So yes, today we're going to be talking a lot about EB-2 National Interest Waiver. So that's one of the two visas. There's also EB-1A, that's a little different, which does not require a job offer from the US company. Okay, because we all know H-1B, L-1, E-2, EB-3, all those visas, they put you in a position where we have to have an American company to say, hey, we want this guy. EB-2 NIW is a different type of visa where we can get the green card for those of you guys who have certain criteria. And today we're going to be discussing in details. So in a nutshell, what we need to prove to the United States government. First of all, we got to have either bachelor's and 5 years experience in the specialty of the bachelor's, 2, or master's degree. No experience is required. And the third one, alternative, if we don't have an education, we can prove that we have exceptional ability. And it's like a salary, professional associations, number of years of experience. So we can also do that. So that's the prerequisite.
So hold on, Shamaya. So three things that qualify you. It's either you have a bachelor's degree with 5 years of experience, or you have a master's degree without experience. And number 3, if you don't have a degree and you can demonstrate that you have exceptional talent, correct?
Exactly. Yes, this
Or
is absolutely
exceptional
right.
skill. So
Yeah.
these are the 3 things. Okay.
Yes, 3 alternative prerequisites in order to move forward. Okay. So without that, that's not gonna work. So once we know all that, then we have to propose an endeavor in the US. And you'd be like, what the hell is an endeavor? No one knows, right? Endeavor, what that word means. That basically means a project, okay? A project. We need to explain to the US government how we can translate our past experiences, what we've been doing in the past, to help the US in doing something, to resolve some problem. And we have to prove that we are well positioned to implement that proposed endeavor, proposed project. And there's a lot of words, right? So let's do an example to demonstrate what we need to do. A recent case, we got an approval for a civil engineer from Belarus. Okay, so he has a master's degree, and he has been working in this industry for probably about 5-6 years. He got some experience. He worked on a good projects, building big buildings. He proposed that he would consult the American construction companies to design the better structures. So, and this endeavor, this proposed endeavor, is definitely in the national interest of the states, because better structures, less risks, better, faster growth of the economy, and the guy got approved. So that's like in a nutshell what EB-2 in NIW is.
Wow. Okay. This is very fascinating, and thank you for how you have broken it down. Let me just do a quick summary for those who are just joining in. If this is the first time you're just connecting, you're welcome. This is Waka Waka Doctor, and today we're talking about moving to the United States without a job offer. What I've done is to invite Stanislav. Stanislav works with an immigration law firm in the United States in Miami, Florida. And he works with an Instagram page that is called Shamayev Business Law, and is here to come educate us and talk us through how to go about it. Now, a few things. If you're interested, after listening to this, you're interested, send a DM to Shamayev Business Law. I've pinned it at the bottom of the screen, Shamayev Business Law. Just send a DM with one word, visa. That's all, visa. You fill a questionnaire, and within 2 days, it will tell you if you are eligible or not. It is for free. It will tell you within 2 days if you're eligible or not. Send a DM to Shamayev Business Law. It's at the bottom of the screen, just one word, visa. Now, number 2 is that there are 3 prerequisites that you must have if you're interested in this visa. Number 1 is that you must have either you have a master's degree with, a bachelor's degree with 5 years of working experience, bachelor's degree with 5 years of experience, or you have a master's degree with no experience, okay? Master's degree with no experience. Or number 3, you have no degree, but you have exceptional skills or talent. Those are the prerequisites. Thank you very much, Stanislav. The next thing I want to ask you now, Stanislav, is it's Valentine's Day. And of course, I don't know if it's the same with you, but a lot of my followers and people in my community want to travel with family. So there's always this question: can you help move back and forth? Can you help with family? Can you go with dependents? How does that work?
Yes, absolutely. This is a great question. So that's the way the EB visas work overall, and EB means employment-based. Once we get an approval for EB-2 and NIW, for example, it's usually for one person. So let's say it's a husband, right? It's a husband and a family. So the question is, will the wife and the kids be able to get a green card and come to the US as well? And the answer to this, absolutely, absolutely. So once we have an approval for one of the spouses, we automatically include the other spouse, be it wife or a husband, and all the kids who are not married and who are below 21 years old. So, for example, we have a family of 4, mama, papa, and 2 kids who are, let's say, 10 and 12. So once we get approval for papa, we get all 4 of them in the consulate to get the visa stamp. And once they come to the US, they all have the green cards, okay? The permanent residency. The green card is given for 10 years. I'm sorry, for 10 years. In 5 years, after we get the green card, we can apply for American passports. All right, and we can do it also in the same way we've done it for the green card. So what does green card do? The green card allows you to work in the US and stay unlimited amount of time. Okay, so basically you can do everything: come in, get out, travel, work anywhere you want for your open business, work for the company, go to school, everything. So that's like the full package for this visa.
Right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, I would like you to go back a little bit. You did mention something about endeavor. How will people, so let's assume they have this prerequisites, okay? They have one of the three prerequisites. Now they need to create an endeavor. How do they go about that?
Yes, excellent question. And it's kind of simple and hard at the same way. So the way I go about it, I think the best and the simplest way to go about the proposed endeavor, and that's a significant difference: endeavor and proposed endeavor. Because when we say endeavor, we picture something already working, but that's not the requirement. The requirement is to propose, to say, hey, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so this is very important. So where do we get the endeavor? We need to look, guys, each one of you need to look in at the past 5 to 10 years of your career. What have you been doing? Okay, what have you been doing? What kind of projects you've been doing? And the easiest way to extract whatever you're doing right now, or whatever you've been doing the past couple of years, and make that your proposed endeavor in the future in the US. And the question is, why would I do that? Why would I use my past experience to prove that I'll be able to do this endeavor in the US? Well, and the answer is easy, because not only we have to prove that we have a good endeavor, we also have to prove that we are well positioned. So basically we can do this. And how do we prove it? Because we've done it in the past. Okay, so look in your past to extract the proposed endeavor in the future, and also use your past to prove that you will be able to implement.
Okay. Okay, I understand that now. Thank you very much. Now, before I have a list of questions I want to ask you, but let's take a couple of questions from people here, and I'm going to invite 1 or 2 people to also come up and ask you questions. Is that okay,
Absolutely.
Stanislav? Now,
sure.
One of the requirements, or one of the eligibility criteria, is to have a bachelor's degree or 5 years experience. Now, for those in Africa, in certain parts of Africa, like Nigeria, for instance, some people don't have a bachelor's degree. What they have is a higher national diploma. I think, I'm not sure, but I think a higher national diploma is about 2-3 years. It's not the full 4 years. Yeah, it's not the full 4 or 5 years of a bachelor's. Would they qualify?
They may qualify, because if, like you said before, and you repeated after me, that if we don't have the master's or bachelor's with 5 years of experience, we need to go about with exceptional ability. So whatever education we have, that's one of the 6 criteria to prove the exceptional ability. We need 3. So let's say we have that education, right? Like, it's not bachelor's, somewhere in between, maybe AA degree and bachelor's degree, no problem. So we have it. Then we look how many years we have experience. If we have more than 10 years experience, that's the second criterion. Then we have to look at the professional associations. Are we members of any professional association? If we are, it's number 3. So that's pretty much would be enough. But we can go more with the certification to practice, with some contribution in the field, and we may use a bunch of other things like press about our projects. The scientific publications could go in, so that way we show, like, look, yes, we don't have the advanced degree, but with our work experience and everything we've done, we kind of qualify to be professionals in this industry. So definitely we use the exceptional ability as an alternative to the first 2 prerequisites.
Okay. Now, another thing I want to ask you is age limit. 45 year
Yeah.
old, 50
Oh
year
man.
old? Is
Let,
there
let
an
me tell
age
you, let me
limit?
tell
Is
you
there an
guys.
age?
Yeah. Let me tell you guys, my my oldest client, and again, I don't think there's like you don't call anybody like a grandpa or grandma. Everybody's like a person, right? So my oldest client was like about 72 years old, okay, who got approved. And let me tell you guys, I mean, I wish I'm like that when I'm 72, because he's like, hey, I got the angel investment in my new startup in the US, and let's go. Woo! So
72 years old.
72
So,
years old.
okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
Now, I want to talk about other nationalities, okay? Pakistanis. I've got people watching me from far and wide. Um, People from Pakistan, people from India, people from the Caribbean islands, and a lot of people from Africa as well.
yeah.
Are there limitations for those who can apply based on where you're from?
Yes, great question. So let me tell you, just like past 5 approvals, we have people from Pakistan, from India, from Cameroon, from South Africa, from Brazil, right? Like this, like so we have a lot of people from all over the world. So pretty much the only limitation that we have, the only country that brings limitation to this visa is India.
In
Okay.
India.
India is the only one. I mean, China is also in that list. Mexico, Philippines. So those countries, those 4 countries, have some limitation, where India has a huge limitation. So for our Indian clients, we go by EB-1A, the talent visa, because there's less limitation. But because today, maybe the next time we'll talk about EB-1A, right? It
Yeah,
also
yeah.
doesn't require the employers the second visa, the only 2. So that's the other one. But for everybody else, Pakistan, we have clients from Nigeria, we have a lot of African countries, and I love my African clients because you guys are so freaking smart. I don't know what you're doing there in Africa, but you guys like smart, and you like hardworking people. So you have all it takes to get the EB-2 NIW approved. Okay, as long as you're not from India, it's a green
You're
light.
fine. You're
It's a
fine.
green
Okay.
light.
So I
Yeah,
can see people saying they're from Jamaica, Suriname. If you're not from
absolutely.
Kazakhstan, if you're not from India, you're good to go. So my next question to you, Stanislav, is what are the other challenges people might face when they want to apply? Because we have to be honest about this, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
might be some challenges. So what are the challenges people might face? Does it take a long time to process? Is it something that comes out quickly? What other challenges are there?
Right. So the number one challenge is timing. Okay. And by the way, Bangladesh is okay, guys. We have clients from Bangladesh actually filing one right now for a solar engineer, solar panels engineer. Really good case. By the way, alternative energy, good cases for EB-2 and IW. So the timing is a challenge. Because it would take approximately a year and a half, up to 2 years, to go from start to getting the green card. Okay.
So
What's
a year and a half to 2 years.
Yes. And what are the stages? So about 6 months, we working on the evidentiary base with the team, and working hard on getting all the evidence in place. Then I draft a memorandum. A memorandum is a legal document that basically makes an argument to the immigration officer why we should be approved. We file it, and designer makes our petitions beautiful. So we have like designer in house, and we print out our case on a thick paper that feels really nice because we put a lot of effort in it. We send the case, and within 45 days with expedited processing, which is usually takes about 10 to 15, so 45 max, but they take 10 to 15 days to adjudicate, make a decision. We get an approval, and about a year or year and a half is the timing after the approval to wait for the interview in the embassy, basically. Okay, so that's the first challenge. Number 2 challenge is the finance. Okay, we need to talk about the pricing, because look, it's not going to be cheap. You know, it's an investment into your future, into your kids, and everything like that. So in the industry, the work of the attorney for the case like this can range from anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000. Okay, anywhere in that, and it's a huge range, right? So we are proud to say that our the full case filing, that's what we call it, costs $13,000. Okay, so we are below the market, but the services that we offer to our clients, they are through the roof. Okay, we have the team, we have on communication streaming live. Basically, we have a group in Telegram Messenger to communicate between the client and the team and myself. We have about 5 people working on each petition, and we have all the templates, all the examples, PR agencies, translation if we need to. Someone will draft a business plan, so all the resources. All right. So that's the second challenge. We also have to talk about the government fee with expedited processing, which I recommend. It's going to be $3,200. So that's on top of the attorney's fees, and whatever is a translation, if we have them, if it's in English, no more expenses. So the case could be as cheap as basically $16,000. Okay, so to get the green card, and this is just amazing. So this is the second challenge. For some, but for some it's not, right? And of course we split the payment in installments.
How many installments?
Three installments. In the beginning, about 35%. Then the third month, 35% of the contract, and everything else at the end when we file. Okay, so we split it for basically six months. And sometimes we work we're a little bit flexible here, so we can split it a little bit differently. And that's pretty much it, guys. So as long as we can afford this, and again, it's not for everyone, but it's the future. And as long as we're good with the timing, this is a green light. Okay, and of course, don't forget to get the free evaluation from me, to DM me Visa, so I could see if there is a potential in the case. And if there is, then we can make the next step.
So basically, this visa is going to take about 18 months at least. There are about 4 or 5 stages, and the fee is $13,000, and you can pay in 3 installments.
Yes, this is true. And I saw someone commenting, hey, there's like people doing for $5,000-$6,000. Look, guys, attorney is not gonna do it for $5,000-$6,000. Only paralegal or consultant, you know, like people who don't know what they're doing.
Consultants.
Yeah, consultants. So that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna pay someone $5,000, waste a year, get a denial, and then still pay what you have to pay.
So okay, are you saying I know you're an immigration lawyer, so this is not disrespecting you, okay? But are you saying there's a high chance of success? Let's assume someone gets denied. Do you refund the money, or and I'm sorry, but I
no,
just want to
you know. Look, I actually love these kind of questions, because it shows that you put the thought into this, right? And this is a serious business. So the success rate in my company for EB-2 and NIW is 95% plus. Okay, so if I did a free evaluation to you and I said, hey, let's see, like let's talk about you, Waka Waka Doctor. Like, hey, Waka Waka Doctor, you qualify, you have the potential in the case. Come to the complex immigration planning. What's complex immigration planning? When we meet, 2 phases. First, you meet with the data manager who asks you a million questions. Then you meet with me, and I build up the written strategy of your case, which you receive after the complex. With that strategy, with full implementation with the strategy, and everybody is doing that, we give you 95% plus of the success rate. Okay, I can't remember last time we got a denial. So imagine 95% for like 10 years of practice. The further we do, the less problems we have, because we basically becoming an experts in this field. That's one. Number two, denial never gets as the first thing after the filing. Why? Because the first thing that may come is the request for evidence, RFE. Okay, so if we get an RFE from the officer instead of approval, we look at that RFE and we make two determinations. First of all, who is the officer? Okay, because we filed so many EB-2 NIW cases that we basically know all the officers that make decisions on our cases, and they know our good work. They know how professionals we are. So, but we have the blacklist of the officers. And if we see if that officer is on the blacklist and like he has a heightened approach to adjudicating of those petitions, we probably gonna withdraw the case and refile it. Okay, so
before it even gets to the stage of denial, you already know, and then you just withdraw the case and reapply.
Absolutely. So imagine like how much analytics we do in the company, how much effort we put into this, just because we want to make our clients safe. All right. So that's the first determination we do, if the guy is on the blacklist. The second one is the tone of RFE. Okay. Because sometimes it could be the officer from the blacklist, but he's like, maybe he missed some information. Maybe he wants to know something more, and we're ready to supply it to him and make him happy. Okay, and then we respond, and most likely we're gonna get an approval. But if we see that it's a bad officer and the tone is like predetermined kind of thing, so we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna withdraw and refile. And we're going to do it for free. The only thing we need to pay the cover is the government fee. Of course, it's a client's responsibility because that's not our money. So that's how we deal with this. In rare cases, in an unlikely event of getting a denial after an RFE, we're just going to, we're going to refile the case again. Okay, we're going to refile it again, and we're going to give a huge discount on that because we still need to do the work, but it's not going to be the full price, and it's going to be the government fee. It doesn't happen too often, but when it happens, we do work with the clients.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that, Stanislav. Let me try and invite a few people. There are a few people who want to join the conversation, if that's okay. Sure. I'm just going to bring them up. Stanislav, you did say that this visa allows dependents. So does that mean just one person applies and it covers the dependents, or can a couple apply together? How does that work?
Yes, absolutely. It's one petition to cover all the family members who is coming and who are the family members, the other spouse, and the kids below 21 who are not married. Okay. So in the previous example, it's a family of 4, mama, papa, and 2 kids. 10 and 12 years, so all of them will get the green cards. The only thing that the family will need to pay extra at the level of the consulate, and that's the consulate fee. I believe it's $345 per person, and it's the fee for the green card. It's about like $180 per person. So think of it like as another $500 per person government fee at the level of the embassy.
All right, fantastic. Our first speaker has just joined, but we can't even see his face at the moment. Hello, are you there? Hello. Okay. Yeah, he's not here at the moment, so I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna bring up somebody else. Let's see. So I've got someone who is a PhD holder but doesn't have any experience. All right.
Yes.
How is that gonna work?
Guys, if you have a PhD, I mean, I don't see anything that's gonna stop us from getting the green card. Okay. Not necessarily an EB-2 NIW, although it's probably the way, but EB-1A is also really good way. If there is no experience, no problem. Why? Because the proposed endeavor of PhD is being PhD. Okay, being PhD. So what does it mean? Like working on the science, publications, working with other scientists and things like that. So this is a really good case when we have a PhD. Also, following up on this question, I saw some questions like which professions or which education works best for this visa. So this is a great question because I believe two directions are the best for EB-2 NIW. First of all, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if you are IT person, if you're an engineer, architect, doctor, a scientist, biologist, physicist, mathematician, data analyst, blockchain expert, cybersecurity expert, those are the best, okay? STEM category. The second best is business, okay? Business. And usually business also in STEM. We just got the approval for the guy from Russia. He's a top manager, but his proposed endeavor is the construction company in the US where he's going to implement the new technology, the new way how to build things, okay? We got approved like this. Okay, 6 months, we got him approved. So business and STEM, including medicine, of course. Medicine is a part of the STEM. Those are two.
Let's give a rundown of some professionals: engineers, doctors, nurses, accountants, financial analysts, teachers, business managers.
Yes,
Any profession, basically.
Any profession. Yes, any profession: geologists, petroleum people, gas, the data scientists, people who can optimize the processes. Education, guys, if you are in education and you the one who teaches STEM professions, it could be mathematics, physics, biology, chemistry. We just got a chemistry engineer approved from Venezuela. I mean, anything, guys, anything comes in. So don't forget, shoot me a DM visa so I could analyze your personal situation. It's crucial and very important for you.
All right. And for those who are asking, and for those who are talking about Nigerians not being eligible, this is not the normal green card. This is a waiver program. It's the EB-2 NIW. And Nigerians can apply for this one. Am I correct, Stanislav?
Absolutely. Yes. Not only that, but we have approved cases from Nigeria, guys.
Because I think people mistake it for visa lottery, because I think Nigerians cannot apply for visa lottery, but this is different.
This is completely different. There is no limit on any country who can apply for this category. I mean, there is like logical limitation for Indians because the wait time is like 15 years. So they still can apply, but they're gonna wait forever, right? So kind of doesn't make any sense. But there is no Nigeria, Cameroon, Tanzania, Algeria, to anything can come in.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm trying to add. Some people have requested to join the live session, but I don't know, maybe the network on their side is not allowing them. So basically, guys, if you're interested in what you've heard today and you want to go through the eligibility, you want to go through the test to see if you're eligible, all you need to do is send a DM to Shamayev Business Law. I've pinned it at the bottom of the screen. Shamayev Business Law. Just send a word, visa. Just send visa, and you would get a form that you can fill out. And once you fill it out, within 2 days, Stanislav is going to get across to you to help you see whether you're eligible or not, and then you can continue, okay? So whether you're from Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Tanzania, Morocco, Suriname, Bolivia, Colombia, you're from Fiji, you're from Papua New Guinea, so long as it's not India, it's not Philippines, it's not Mexico, you said? These are the 3 countries with limitations.
Yes, India, China, Philippines, Mexico.
Okay, India, China, Philippines, Mexico. What about those who are already in the US? Maybe they are in the US, I mean, maybe they don't have this type of visa. Can it work for them if they're already residents in the US?
Yes, absolutely. So if they are in the US, and there could be different type of visas, let's say it could be tourist visa, could be student visa, could be H-1B visa, it could be O1, L1, E2, whatever. Okay, whatever, as long as we're legal in the US. And once we get approved for EB-2 and NIW, all we need to do to adjust the status, and that's how the procedure is called, adjustment of status, to wait for the priority date, okay, for the priority date in the visa bulletin. And this may take anywhere from 6 to 12 months after the approval to get going the process of getting the green card in the US. So it actually makes it easier, and it doesn't get any interview. So it's like automatic process.
Okay. When is the best time to start? I know that, I mean, you can't just start at any point in time. When is the best month to start this process?
So for EB-2 and NIW, it does not really change across the year. When the next time we talk to you about the EB-1A, then there is a difference there, but it's a little bit out of the picture. So the good time is now. Guys, there is nothing that's going to stop you from getting a free evaluation through DMing me a direct message to my account Visa, right? Once you see and I see that you have a potential, then I will invite you to the complex immigration planning. Okay, this is the second step in the process. Once we get through that process, that's the time to start working with me and my team. That's going to take another 6 months. So there is no stopping us as long as we can afford it, okay? And we have the potential. So once we get through this routine, we should start immediately.
Okay, fantastic. Let me see. Okay, for those who are just joining, can you just do a quick 2-minute summary of everything we've discussed, just for those who are just joining?
Absolutely. Guys, my name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. I own and direct a company, Shamayev Business Law, SBL, that specializes in talent, investment, business, and national interest waiver visas. Today, we discuss the EB-2 NIW, which is a green card to the US for you and your family. If we can show that you have an advanced degree, you have a proposed endeavor, something that we're going to resolve some problem in the US, and we have enough experience and a career in the past to prove that we will be able to implement this project in the US. And that's how you get the green card without the job offer.
Fantastic.
Hello,
Thank you very much. So guys, if you're interested in this, what you need to do is send a DM to Shamayev Business Law. Just send a word Visa to Shamayev Business Law. I've pinned it at the bottom of the screen, Shamayev Business Law Visa, and you would follow up from there. Hello, good evening. You've got a question you want to ask Stanislav. Good evening.
My name is Abiodun. I'm in Nigeria. Sorry, I quickly want to understand one thing about this visa. Number one, is there any age limit to this visa?
Okay.
Is there any age limit?
Go ahead.
Number,
give us all the questions.
Number two, I would like to use myself as an example. I'm a BSc holder in political science, but actually I have my handwork. I have skills like electronics engineering for the past 13 years now. I've been into this field. So what about that?
Okay. So 2 questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I guess, I don't know if you want to disconnect or we're just going to continue.
Yeah, we'll disconnect. Thank you very much, Abiodun.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the question. So the first one will, no age limit, guys. No age limit whatsoever. You could be as young as 20 years old and as old as 100. You know, as long as we can prove that you can do what you promised to do, no problem. Okay. As to the second question, look, guys, like I said, if you have a PhD, This is a full force green light starting yesterday. All right. I mean, we don't have time to go deep why PhD is going to give you the green card. Okay, but trust,
straight away.
Yeah, guys, trust me. If you have PhD, I mean, there's nothing that can stop us. Okay, you will be approved. All right, with like 99%. I would give 100, but because it's not me who's making the decision, it's kind of illegal, you know. So, but those are really good cases, regardless if it's a political science, history, geography, petroleum study, cosmos study, whatever. It's just because you have a dissertation, you have publications, you have the good education, you have the track record of what you've done in the past, even with no work experience. Because like I said, we're gonna propose the continuing, moving the science. That's the proposed endeavor. So those are really good cases.
Wow. Fantastic. Look, guys, we've been talking about how to move to the United States without a job offer. We've talked about this visa, the EB-2 NIW. We've talked about all the requirements. This video is going to be posted on my feed, and you can watch it over and over again. For you who is interested, all you need to do is send a DM to, guys, there's nothing like IELTS. There's nothing, we didn't mention IELTS at all. There's nothing like that. So what you need to do is send a DM to Shamayev Business Law, and you just type the word visa. Just send the word visa. Shamayev Business Law is at the bottom of your screen. Shamayev Business Law, SHAMAYEV Business Law. And you get, you know, within 48 hours, it will tell you if you're eligible or not. Stanislav, thank you very, very much for taking out time to do this. Any final words you want to share with people?
Yes, guys, one last thing. Well, first of all, I'll answer one question which I saw a couple of times. There is no proof of funds. Guys, no proof of funds. We don't need to, we know our Nigerian clients, you guys love you, but we know how things go. Same as in Russia, you know, so no discrimination here. So we don't have to prove how we made the money. We don't have to show the taxes, and this is different type of visa. This EB-5, E2, those are different. So that's number one. Number two, the closing word. Guys, we are the company that truly cares about the results for our clients. Okay, and the result is the approval. We're not filing the petitions. We're not qualifying you for this visa or for that visa. What we do, we are changing your lives. And this is a generational change, because you will be the one who made that move for your kids, grandkids, great kids, and so on, because you're the one who made the move and brought your family to the US, the best country in the world. So what you need to do is to DM me Visa to make your first little step to know what's going to happen in the future.
Is the United States really the best country in the world?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, this has been Stanislav with Shamayev Business Law, and I want to thank you very much for taking our time to come talk to my community. I am hopeful that this video would have helped a lot of people. So even if it's one person who is able to do this, I think I'll be satisfied, and that I've helped change a life. I hope that in the next maybe couple of months or so, we'll be able to talk about other visa types that you've got going in the United States. So I want to say thank you very much for coming, Stanislav. Till I see you another time, hopefully. So guys, this video will be posted on my feed. You can watch over and over again. Thank you very much, Stanislav.
Thank you, Waka Waka Doctor. Good luck.